guys, for the next 4 nights, I'm going to be making dinner at home and showing you guys what I'm having. From the recipes to my little tips and tricks. And you're pretty much going to beat the potatoes against the walls. I know it sounds crazy. If the skin starts to peel, that's fine. I'm going to turn that down. I feel like I'm yelling. Was I yelling? Sorry. I'm telling you guys everything. There's no secrets. I'm going to be rating my own cooking and being completely honest. It's currently Monday and we're starting off strong with one of my favorites. It's a red curry. I kid you not, guys. I go to Thai at least, I want to say 3 times a month I go and get Thai food, right? And out of those 3 times, there's probably 1 time that I will get a different curry. Not even. So that's what's inspired me tonight. We're not going out for dinner. We are having dinner at home. So we're having a red curry. I'm going to show you guys what's in the bag and what I've got for today. Each time I make this, I do kind of switch it up in terms of the rice that I use, the cream that I use, but this is how we're going to do it today. This, though, is a non-negotiable. I always use this brand. It is called... Do you know what? I'm not going to say that. But yeah, always use this brand. And for coconut cream, we are going with this coconut cream. Always get the premium if I can. Sometimes they run out, which is really annoying, but I was able to get it today. And then for our rice, I've decided to go with microwavable jasmine rice. I always go with jasmine rice. And I love jasmine rice. I'm just not into the other ones like brown rice, coconut rice. Just not a fan. I think jasmine rice is perfect. Although, because I'm short on time today and I want to film this video and have daylight, that's why I'm not steaming my rice. Usually I would make rice at home, but if I don't have a lot of time, then this is when I'll use, pre-microwavable rice. It's quick and it gets food in my stomach quickly, okay? So we've got some rice, mushrooms, love them. And then a broccoli. Sometimes I'll go with carrots, but I don't have any carrots with me. And then some firm tofu. Now this is the protein sauce. This stuff has so much protein in it, it's crazy. Like, people always worry about me and my protein intake, especially now that I'm plant-based, but there's nothing to worry about, guys. This stuff and so many other things too, by the way, keep me going. Just to educate you really quickly in case you've never heard about tofu, it's made out of soybeans. In terms of protein, we have 22.2 grams of protein per 150 grams. And if you're here for the calories, we've got 194 calories per 150 grams. The bomb. You can literally chuck this in the air fryer with a little bit of soy and some salt and pepper, a little bit of thyme, and it just makes the best little protein snack if you want one on the go. I do it all the time. And now we're gonna get into the actual cooking. How good is this? I found this yesterday, and originally I was gonna get like a little camping portable stove, but shout out to my man for actually thinking out of the box, because he was like, maybe you better off getting that one. And I was like, do you know what? Did your big one there, boo. You're so right. Let's get this instead. So I've gotten this. I think it's gonna be good because we don't have a stove downstairs. So I'm gonna use it down here. I'm gonna try and do this by myself, but honestly, guys, I don't really like unboxing things like this. Okay, I probably shouldn't have hit it that hard, but anyways. Okay, let's get her out, eh? Ooh, by the way, this is not sponsored. I feel like it was heavier carrying it out of the shop than it actually is now, which is a bit strange, but anyways. Okay. So this is her, this is she. Now I am the CEO of not reading manuals. So I'm not gonna read the manual. It seems pretty self-explanatory to me. I'm always in the kitchen. I feel like I can definitely work this out, but we'll just see how we go. I love how clean this is, bro. That's so clean. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna pop this to the side for now. And we're just gonna start off by washing our veggies. Always wash your veggies, like, please, 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 wash your veggies. Wash your veggies. You can cut your broccoli, which I do sometimes, but I guess if you want the process to be quicker, then I think breaking it, is not a bad idea too. I mean, it helps me just, remind myself that I've got those. So that's great. I'm actually so hungry. Like, that's the thing. I'm so hungry. When we were in the shops, I literally bought a little Cocoa Bella, which is like yogurt pouch, and I had one. But when you eat something on an empty stomach and then your stomach kind of like starts hurting, that's how I felt with that. But anyways, this is our broccoli done. Now with the mushroom, I have watched quite a few different videos on TikTok, and it seems like everyone kind of has their own little way of doing it. But I found this one guy who's a chef, right? And this might look criminal because it actually feels criminal to me, but he literally was peeling them like this. And I was like, okay, hang on a minute, what are you doing? So like, you're wasting half of the mushroom. And honestly, I still kind of feel like I am. Still kind of feel like I'm wasting the mushroom, but you know, you peel the skin, right? Just like this. And then what you want to do is cut this bit. Cut that off. The bit that's hard, just cut it so you can kind of see that, you know, you've reached the soft part of it. And then what you're going to do now this is one step that he did that I can't fathom doing. He gets a spoon and then he scrapes the bottom out. So like you get rid of all these things. I don't know what these are called, but you know, you pretty much get rid of the inside, but I don't want to get rid of the inside. So I will do it like this. So I'll just strip it, cut the, whatever that's called, and then I'll wash it and then I'll cut it. I know it can seem like, you know, quite a long process, which it definitely can be, especially if you've got heaps of mushrooms, but I don't know, I just think they taste the best that way. It just feels illegal because it feels like you're wasting so much mushroom. And one thing about me is I hate food wastage. Like, I really, really dislike it. And damn, I don't know how deep we want to get here. But, you know, there's just so many people out there in the world that literally do not have food. And wherever I can not waste food, I do my best not to. Even just being wasteful in terms of like not keeping track of when things are going to go off, I really try to stay on top of that. And I think it also just like comes from my background. Like, you know, when we first moved to Australia, my parents, we definitely had, but it was like just enough to get by. And a lot of the times we weren't able to do things or get things because of a lack of finances. And you know, there were certain things like we couldn't even eat because we couldn't afford to get it for every single one in the house kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's where my food wastage comes in. Like, I will literally go and offer something to a friend or a neighbor nearby. If I cook something and I'm like, actually, I don't really want this, or I've cooked too much or whatever, I will find a way to get someone else to have it, just so I don't have to throw it out. I just don't like that feeling at all. I don't like doing it. I think it's not good to waste anything, really. So yeah, that's something about me if you didn't know. I don't like wasting food. It literally looks criminal, but just trust me, okay? You guys have to trust me, I promise you it's okay. I promise you. Gosh, I can already see the comments. Hey Siri, call Faith on speaker. She didn't answer me. Sometimes I will only put in half a block of tofu, but if I'm being honest, like I don't have, well, not that I know of, by the way, guys, because I don't have the whole week planned out, but I don't think I will have it in anything else this week, so I'm just going to use the whole block in this, which, by the way, this is going to end up being my lunch too over the next couple of days, so it's quite a lot. So here we've got the tofu, we've got the mushroom, and we've got the broccoli. Now if you have carrots, definitely recommend carrots and also a capsicum if you can. Tonight we're just keeping things super easy, super quick also, because I'm running out of time and I gotta eat. Shout out to this creator right here, because I literally just had to Google her video to figure out how to use my DJI, because, you know, guys, I'm still, you know, getting the hang of it. But shout out to you, babe. First of all, you're beautiful. Second of all, you just got to the point, and I love that, because I needed to figure out how to move you guys down so you can kind of watch how I'm cooking, you know. Shout out to you, you're the best. So yes, you will need the whole can of this stuff. Now, what I always do is I will fill this up with water and pour the water in here. Give it a bit of a shake just to get everything that's in there. Don't want to miss anything. And then once we let it simmer for a bit, we're going to add a bit more water, but I just want you to let it sit for a little while before we add the veggies and then the extra water. Yes, I am using a spoon, guys. I can't be bothered to walk upstairs again. So now that that's up there for a little bit, you're just going to add in your veggies. And of course your tofu. And then we're going to add just a little bit more water for that. Let that sit for roughly 25 to 30 minutes. Almost done with the color. Sun is going down. Guys, Faith called me back, so I'm gonna call her. I've turned off the light above me because it flickers and I don't want to deal with that. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, I'm just like finishing up dinner. I'm also filming, so I'm filming for YouTube right now as I talk to you. Oh, I didn't even answer your question. I made curry.
That's nice.
Yeah. This is my rice. I have microwaved her the lazy way, but you know what? Sometimes you actually just have to do what you have to do. Like, I think some things in cooking just don't have to be overly complicated. Now, I can't lie, presentation wise, I truly believe this looks a lot better in a bowl, but I'm not here to fake it. I'm here to give you what I'm giving you guys. There's so much in this pan, it's gonna last so long, which is really good. Oh, okay, I definitely should have put that in a bowl, but anyways, guys, this is dinner for night one. We have a red curry with tofu and veg. Tofu is our protein source, like I said. And then of course we've got greens and mushroom. If I'm being honest, this might be like the saddest curry that I've ever made because it doesn't have the orange in there and the red from the capsicum. So I definitely recommend that you add in carrot and capsicum just to give it a bit more color, make it look a little bit more alive, and also pop it in a bowl, okay? Pop it in a bowl. But yeah, I love you guys so much and I will see you tomorrow for dinner. Hello, happy Tuesday. Guys, I'm making dinner. Can I be honest? Like 3 hours ago, not even 3 hours, that's probably a bit of an over exaggeration. An hour ago, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna film this video because I was so tired. Today, I edited so much stuff and also like just post so much and organize so much for socials that I was just feeling very drained and very tired, and I'm like, and I still have to film for YouTube. But the thing about YouTube, this is like my creative outlet. Whenever I have my digi, I feel like that's when I'm just doing like my hobby, if that makes any sense. Like, I enjoy creating for the other platforms, but I think because I wanted a digi so bad for so long, and you know, from a very young age I wanted to be a YouTuber, and now it's like I finally have that. So I think deep down I'm like, this is what fills my cup, making YouTube videos, because I wanted to do it for so long, and I don't feel the pressure like I feel on the other platforms. And I think it's just pressure I put on myself, but definitely sitting there and scrolling and watching the algorithm definitely doesn't help. So yeah, I just feel so free here, and I just love that you guys tune in. It means a lot to me. With that being said, we're making some pasta tonight. I'm going to use these mints from V2. By the way, this is one of my favorite plant-based option brands. Did I say red pasta sauce? I hope I said that. So yeah, red pasta sauce. So we've got some fresh tomatoes. Base veggies are going to be these. I guess you can call them base veggies because these are what I'm cooking first. So a carrot, an onion, and 1 celery stick. I'm going to see what this looks like in the frying pan. I might do 2 celery sticks, but for now that's just it. And then I've also got this pasta sauce. Love this brand too. I used to always call this like my bougie brand whenever I couldn't like buy this, afford this, I would get like the home brand, which literally nothing wrong with that, but I like this brand a lot. I think it tastes really good. Maybe it's just the packaging that makes me feel like that. But yeah, something about this brand I love. So we got her some chili flakes. Now I'm gonna need to go get some salt and pepper, but definitely some salt and pepper. And then this here is actually Vegeta. I just have it in this because I stole some of it from my parents. So have it in my little bag there. I'll start off by cooking the veggies. Well, we're gonna cut the veggies and I'm gonna cook them because I'm gonna start off by cutting the veggies because I've already got the pasta cooked. So I'm gonna wash these first. And one last ingredient. So this is nutritional yeast. Pretty much what people who love cheese, if you love cheese, right, and you went plant-based, this baby would be your best friend outside of just getting like plant-based cheese. Make your food creamy, and I do want it to be like a bit of a creamy pasta, a creamy red sauce. So we're gonna add at least a tablespoon of this nutritional yeast. I actually never knew about it before I went plant-based. Actually, I'm gonna read to you guys the benefits. Benefits of nutritional yeast. Okay, so nutritional yeast offers benefits of being a complete protein, rich in vitamin B, especially B12 for vegans, and a good source of minerals supporting energy, immunity, and gut health. With its fiber and antioxidants. So there you go, that is some of the benefits. And I actually did not know that it was a complete protein, so I've just taught myself that. I've just found that information out. Nutritional yeast is a complete protein. Isn't that crazy? It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete source of protein. Great for plant-based diets. There you go. Now, you have learned something. I have learned something. We're gonna cook up and we're gonna eat. So it's a good day. It's a good afternoon. And then we're gonna wash our tomatoes. I can't believe that's happening already. Actually, I'm just getting closer to it doing that. Hang on. Veggies are done. I always like to cut them as small as I can. They don't have to be perfect though, but you know, the smaller they are, obviously the quicker that they will cook. So we're gonna put this on the heat now. And now add in our seasonings. Start with the chili flakes. A little bit of vegeta. Once the veggies are golden, you can turn down the heat. Now this is plant-based, it is not real meat. You need to make sure if you're gonna use real meat that you cook it properly. But with this, I can just add it to that and it will cook perfectly fine. Back here, it tells me that I can just add the mince to the veggies. So I'm just gonna add it in. Yes, I'm using a fork. That's all I've got on me downstairs. I'm gonna add in our sauce, the nutritional yeast. The last thing we're going to add is our pasta with some pasta water. If you do want to follow the recipe to a T, which I didn't even follow myself by the way, what you can do is when you fry your veggies, you can cut the tomatoes up and put it in there at the same time. But don't cut them up as small as the veggies, just cut them in halves and put the little tomatoes in there. This is her delish. Lots of veggies in there. I'm going to add the tomato to the top now. And there you go, dinner is served. We've got fresh tomatoes on the side. Actually, I think this is gonna be bomb. I've never tried this before. But like I said, if this is not your vibe, that's okay. Cook the tomatoes with your celery, carrot, and onion, and that'll be amazing too. Then you'll have like some chunky tomato in there. You can just do what I did. Put the tomato on the side, yummy. That's it guys, that's dinner for tonight. I will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go and enjoy this on the beach. So I love you, make sure you stick around because tomorrow will be another recipe. I don't know what we're having. Maybe like, I have lots of lentils, so I should probably do something with lentils, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, my loves. It's Wednesday. I've literally been recording every single one of my dinners. Oh, I was a little bit nervous on Monday. I was like, oh, okay, this is a little bit crazy what I'm taking on, but I'm so glad I did it because I do cook like most nights, Monday through to Thursday. I will have a home cooked meal, and then usually like Fridays we'll go out, or Saturday, yeah, Fridays, Saturdays. Some Sundays we go out, not really. So yeah, I don't know why I was doubting myself because I cook a lot, but I think it was more like, you know, sometimes I'm just really, really tired. I didn't know if I was gonna have the energy to put up my camera and film, but thank God, thank you Jesus for the energy, because I actually did not know if it was gonna come or not. So seriously, praise God. Because in the afternoon, guys, I get really, really tired. And like usually I just cook with my headphones in and just don't talk to anyone until dinner time because I'm too tired, bro. Like, leave me alone. I actually have a little bit of inspo to show you guys. I found this bowl on ilovevegan.com. This is the bowl, right? Now, the only thing that I have messed up and I didn't get, well, I actually got it, but I got the wrong thing. I went to the shop and I got the sauce, but I got the wrong sauce. So instead of getting hummus, I accidentally got French onion, which has milk in it, which is not, you know, plant-based. So we're not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to switch up the sauce a little bit. It's going to be more of like a chipotle sauce. So I'm going to mix tomato and mayonnaise together. Or I might do a burger sauce. We're still tossing that up. But like I said, this is the inspo for tonight. It's not going to be the exact same because I do kind of want to go off on my own thing. Start with cooking the potatoes. It looks delicious. Just quickly walk you guys through my ingredients. We've got some protein, which they didn't put in the recipe. I'm doing my own thing, by the way. Some chickpeas, which are going to be air fried. Sweet potato will also be air fried. Zucchini, which I'm going to pan fry. and then some roast potatoes. So we're gonna start off with these because this is gonna take the most time. I'm gonna chuck these in the oven upstairs. So we've got like 3 different stations going on. We're just gonna wash these off first. Roast potatoes, I always boil them. So this is what this is for. We're gonna boil them and then put them in the oven upstairs. I'm gonna cut up some sweet potato and that will be cooked in the air fryer. I'm gonna chuck in our sweet potatoes now. I'm so hungry. I've cut them up quite small because obviously the smaller they are, the quicker that they cook. I always try to use rice bran oil if I'm at home, you know, when I'm traveling or when I'm at someone else's house. They don't usually have rice bran oil, but this oil is really good. I'm lazy when it comes to the air fryer. And I'm gonna add a little bit of rosemary just because I'm gonna add rosemary to the white potatoes too. I think that'll be enough. Originally I had them going for 20 minutes, but they're quite small, so I think taking them off 4 minutes earlier won't hurt. And little trick when you get them out, right? Put the lid on, it's quite hot, or you can just transfer it to another container and just kind of brutally shake the potatoes in the pan so that they hit the walls, and that's going to make the inside so much more softer when you take it out of the oven. I'm going to turn that down. I feel like I'm yelling. Was I yelling? Sorry. Anyways, so once you drain out the water, just keep the potatoes in there, or you can transfer this to another bowl, and you're pretty much going to beat the potatoes against the walls of whatever it's in. So just shake them around, like beat them against the walls. I know it sounds crazy. If the skin starts to peel, that's fine. They're still going to taste delicious. So I'm just going to transfer that into this oven proof dish. Actually, I don't even know what these are called. Oven proof dish, that's what we're going to call it, okay? All right. Now, for these potatoes, what we're going to do is oil and butter. Don't ask me why I do oil and butter. I just seen a lot of people doing that on TikTok, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And I've been making my potatoes like that ever since. Tastes really yummy. I do remember one creator saying why she does oil and butter, but I don't really remember, but I know it tastes really good. I've just added in my butter. This is the butter I'm using, same stuff that I was using yesterday. Always love Nuttelex and use it on literally everything, especially toast, because it's the best on toast. But yeah, we've just put that on our potatoes, and I'm gonna chuck them in the oven upstairs. Same dinner. What I'm trying to say is it's not the next day, it is the same day. And I just had a shower because I had to get comfortable, you know what I mean? Like, I came from the shops, I was sweating, I was just going through it. And it's just time to get myself together for the afternoon. So it's time for us to do our zucchini. So this is what our potatoes look like, guys. How yummy. With the chickpeas, when you get them out of your can, drain out the liquid that's in the can, and then you're going to wash the chickpeas. I've just got mine in a little bowl here. Right, now that that's drained, everyone's telling me online, by the way, that I need to dry them. So I'm going to grab something and dry them. I just realised they actually have the chickpeas laid out. As you can see, I did not do that. Right, so I'm just going to grab them and chuck them in the air fryer. And I'm going to season them in the air fryer like I do for most things. Just make sure whatever towel you get is clean, otherwise that's disgusting. Rice bran oil. Going with some cayenne. I would usually recommend paprika though. And some cumin. Cumin in there. Shake that around and make sure everything is evenly coated. The last thing I'm going to cook are these tenders. Probably going to be my favourite out of everything. These beautiful potatoes. Look at how gorgeous they look. I ended up doing 25 minutes instead of 20, and I think that's perfect. I'm just going to put all this in here with our sweet potato. So I've got a bowl of chickpeas and sweet potato. Tenders are done. Sauce is done. It's just tomato and mayonnaise. It's just time to assemble. I am going to be filming on my phone for TikTok. I'm gonna watch me like behind the scenes of filming a TikTok. Should be pretty straightforward video, but now I'm like shy because you guys are here. Don't judge me. Potato and chickpeas. Do you know what? I'd actually whip those out so that they can lay right there. This is me trying to make the video nice and aesthetic for you guys. It's dinner time. It's dinner time, guys. It's time to plate up dinner. Tonight we're having a bowl. Tonight we're having a plant-based bowl full of goodies, but I'm going to put my inspo right here. Didn't end up following the recipe, just got the inspo and kind of made it my own. And sweet potato in this bowl, which I'm kind of just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this to the bottom of my bowl. Not much, because, you know, we'll save some of that for the top of the bowl too. Just a little bit. That's all we need. For my potatoes, I actually think I make the best potatoes. I'm so sorry, but I will take that title. We're just gonna do 3 of these potatoes, and I'm pretty much just gonna cut them in half. Beautiful. Then I've got my pan-fried zucchinis. We're gonna pop those in too. Found out that I like zucchinis a lot more than what I knew. And then for some protein, I'm gonna do these tenders. Now these are 100% plant-based. This is why I didn't go too crazy with the sweet potato and the chickpeas, because we're just gonna drizzle that on top. I just love the color of some sweet potato. It's such a beautiful vegetable. Guys, I'm feeling like a real chef with all the big words I'm using, but look at the plate. Like, look at the plate. This is my avo that I had at lunch, so I'm just gonna use the rest of it for this bowl. I am focused on aesthetics because I'm actually filming for YouTube while you guys are watching me on TikTok, so I do want this bowl to look very, very presentable, like more presentable than, you know, other stuff. Because sometimes, if I'm being honest, like, I just come on camera, make something and go, like, I don't really care about the presentation because it tastes bomb. Like, the presentation is sometimes the least of my worries because I'm just hungry. Like, I'm just girl eating, okay? But today, guys, we're gonna really take our time here. You see how I'm treating the avocado like that? You see? See what I'm doing there? I'm gonna dismiss these zucchinis. Pop that in front of us. And this is my sauce. Now, originally, the recipe that I saw online had some hummus. I got the wrong hummus, long story short. It wasn't even hummus, it was French onion, so we're not using it. Instead, I have just put together some tomato sauce and some vegan mayo and just mixed it up to kind of make like a bit of a chipotle sauce. Well, that's it. This is my dinner. Excited to dig in. I haven't really ever had chickpeas. I don't think I've ever really loved them, so we're gonna get used to them today. And if you want to see what I have been eating this week, then you should go and check out my YouTube in a few days. Like, eating like this makes me so happy. And that's it, guys. That's the behind the scenes of, you know, how I film my content for you guys. Sometimes I think it's important just for you guys to see the effort and stuff that I put in. I think it's good. See the raw and uncut. All the birds are making noise, so that means it's getting late and I need to actually just eat my food. Alright guys, I'm going to give you guys a close-up. I don't even know what we're going to call it. Call it a health bowl. I don't know. Call it Vicky's bowl. I really don't know. But of course, shout out to the recipe that I seen online that inspired me. Okay. Ooh. We could call it Vicky's addiction breaker because I think this might break my IG addiction. I don't know. Anyways, love you. See you tomorrow. We made it. We made it. Every single dinner that I have had this week, you have not only seen, but I have given you the recipe. So there is no excuses to try some plant-based food. I really hope you can't hear that water in the background because that is like ASMR that I did not edit in. So it better not be making noise in the video when I look back at this. Anyways, tonight we are making a Thai dish. I actually found this on TikTok from my good friend Maya. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I literally found this creator back when I used to eat meat. And I don't even know why I was watching her. I really couldn't tell you, but now that, you know, she does what she does like a lot of vegetarian, vegan things, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. So Maya, I'm not gonna try to pronounce her name, but this is the creator. She's amazing. It's called a pad. Damn, I don't know if I want to say that, just in case I say it wrong. It might just happen on the screen, hey? I'll show you guys a quick photo of it. And that's pretty much what we're following, but you guys know me, I never ever follow a recipe to a T because I always put my own twist on things. So that's what we're gonna do. Start off by showing you guys my ingredients that I had to go and buy. Because there's a few things that I already had at home. Sweet sauce, some sweet soy sauce, sorry, because I ran out. Tofu, which we used the other night, but I needed some more. Some fresh basil, and honestly guys, I felt really bad buying this because I'm thinking, when am I gonna use that again? but we'll have to just find a good way to store it. Some fresh chili, a broccoli, and some bok choy. Bok choy, eh? Is that right? I hope that's right, because if it's not, pretend you didn't hear me say that. Anyways, some capsicum, red capsicum. I have been wanting to get this, but I'm just like, the price of capsicum, I just couldn't really justify it. But today I was like, let me just bite the bullet. This thing was like $5. I'm not even kidding. This thing by itself was like $4.30 something. Anyways, cornstarch, which I already had at home, and my rice is cooked in my rice cooker here. So now we're just going to make the sauce, wash our veggies, cut it up, and do all of that. I actually was inspired to use some of this because I had it at a restaurant when we last went to Newcastle, and they had this in one of the dishes, so that's why I decided to get this. I didn't even know you could buy this in Woolies. Never looked, clearly. So hello, I'm excited to try this. I'm just gonna pop that here. If I'm being honest, I actually did not do any research on how to cook this, but I'm gonna cut off the ends. It's time for our chili. I'm just gonna thinly slice this up. What is going on there? Is that pregnant? What is going on? I have never seen that before. Maybe that's why I paid extra, guys. Beautiful. Add some cornstarch. I really don't like the way this is packaged. I did it myself, by the way. Ugh. I actually don't know how much of this stuff I'm gonna put on, but I'm gonna put it on now. You guys are watching me make a TikTok, by the way. That's why I'm looking over here, but you guys are here because I've got my phone up there. I'm just gonna go with a teaspoon, hey. I should have done it in a container to begin with. Guys, the joys of filming. She shook it up. I don't know if I've got enough cornstarch on there. Almost there, guys. We are almost at the heat. The heat is where we start cooking, alright? It'd be a lot quicker if I wasn't filming on two devices. But anyways, guys, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what your favourite one has been so far. Guys, I'm just chopping up the garlic over here. Can't believe I forgot that, but I can. So I actually really dislike cutting garlic. Fun fact about me. I really don't enjoy cutting it. Alright guys, I'm going to start putting everything in now. I still haven't went upstairs to get something different, so yes, we're still using the fork to stir everything around with. I'm like trying to beat the sunset, guys. I don't know if you can tell. The pressure is getting worse up. There's still a little bit of light outside though, which is good. Sweet soy sauce. And veggies. And a little bit of sweet soy sauce, guys. This is what I mean. I cook with my heart. I don't really follow recipes to a T. The littlest bit of soy, tiniest bit. I'm going to add the remainder of the basil to this too, so I didn't end up using it all. I'm going to plate up now. Okay, so this is my first one. Now, I think it looks pretty good on this cam, but I am going to plate up a second plate. Don't worry, we'll get eaten, so that's okay. I'm going to use a spoon to have more control of it. Guys, I feel like this recipe is all over the place. Like, oh. What I should have done was cooked my veggies first because they are a lot bigger and firmer than what she was using. Like, she literally just chucked in the basil in there. And I'm pretty sure the basil was her only green. But because I've got much larger veggies, I definitely should have thought of that a bit better. And cook my veggies first, but learn from me, guys. If you decide to follow this recipe, definitely aim at cooking your veggies first, especially if you've got broccoli and stuff like that. Just needs a little bit more of that heat to cook through. It definitely did cook and it's fine. Everything's cooked through, but it just took me a little bit longer. And I, of course, had to do this stuff like separately. You've seen the struggle, and if you didn't see it, then guys, I'm just a very good editor. But this recipe was definitely a struggle for me. Honestly, just because I didn't plan ahead very well. It's alright, you live and you learn, eh? I don't know which plate looks better at this point, but anyways. Yum. Could not pronounce it for you, but how good does that look? It's been a great week, guys. I don't know if I'll ever do this again, but honestly, like, I did have a lot of fun. I won't even lie, I had a lot of fun. It definitely takes a lot. It takes a lot to film my DJI and the phone, but do you know what? Like, it's not the end of the world. It's good. I can juggle it and I can figure it out. So if you guys want more of this stuff, let me know. Make sure you leave a comment about which dish was your favorite this week. I still have rice on my hands. But anyways, it was the red curry from Monday. I think Tuesday we had... What the heck did we have on Tuesday? Because I know yesterday we had that bowl. Ooh, Tuesday must have been pasta or something. I bet it was pasta. I can't remember. Anyways, let me know which one was your favorite. Aesthetic wise, this is going to be my favorite, but we'll see how we go for taste. Thank you for making some delicious plant-based dinners with me. You are a real one if you made it to this part of the video. And just because you're here, right, I'm going to tell you a little secret that I've been keeping between me and you. I've started posting my digi dumps on TikTok. So if you found me over there and come over here, you're actually a real one. But if you don't know about it, now you know. Make sure you go and follow that account, because when I make like random digi videos of my life, I put it up on there. So yeah, go check me out on there. Love you, and I'll see you soon.
I'm on your way right now. I'm on your way right now.